Wow, very hotly.
Yeah, I know. I should have told you not to wear a black shirt. Well, so this is the all-new Audi A5, and when I say all-new, I really mean it's all-new. It sits on a new chassis, and get this, as far as design language goes, it is a rounder-looking car. But what's really interesting is that it's gotten bigger. Did I say that? I can't remember. It's gotten bigger, and it is also more luxurious. So let me bring you around to have a very quick look at what's in store. It is still a fastback, or you could say a four-door coupe, or you could say a sedan, or you could say a hatchback, but it's a fastback in my eyes. It's actually a little longer between the wheels. It's got a longer wheelbase, 6.7 cm longer between the wheels. That translates to more space on the inside. So this car sits on what's known as the PPC architecture, which replaces the MLB Evo, which was what underpinned the previous cars. So allow me to take you on to the inside to have a look at what you will expect from Audi's next generation of luxury cars. So if you are kind of sharp, you might just recognize this. So this little bit of switch gear over here, this is your drive selector. This was first seen in the Audi e-tron GT. That's one of the cars that had this exact selector. So you're going to find this, you're going to see more of this in many of the other Audis. Okay, but allow me to walk you through another thing over here. This panel now lets you control your headlamps, your mirrors, your seat memory, and or child lock. So they have taken done a bit of a wraparound for the dashboard, which actually oh look, I have an intern. So yeah, so they've done kind of a wraparound of the dashboard, which is neat. It's more luxurious, and these are soft touch materials over here. So I also understand one thing, apart from this screen, there is an optional second screen over here. It will be standard in the Audi S5, and that will give your passengers like him the ability to control control things on the infotainment more directly instead of reaching over, which could be quite distracting. But that's going to cost a lot of money. But speaking of money, this car doesn't have a sunroof. Yeah, no sunroof. 9K extra for a sunroof, but that sunroof will be something like the ones you would find on the Porsche Taycan, or even RS e-tron GT if they have sunroof. I can't remember suddenly, but yeah. So that's about $9,000 extra if you're gonna opt for a sunroof.
The new A5 has to replace both the previous A4 and A5. It has to do sedan things like have pretty good passenger room, and it also has to have a decent boot. Over here, it's got 445 liters of space.
So yeah, it is more refined, it is more luxurious. But what's really interesting is that Audi has done away with the mild hybridization. So which they actually had with the previous A4 and A5 cars. Well, the facelifted A4 and A5 cars, those cars had a 12-volt system, which really didn't drive the car, but they did other things like they allow you to coast. So this car doesn't have that. It doesn't have cylinder on demand, which means you can shut off 2 cylinders. No, it doesn't even have that. But here's the thing, it is still quite an efficient engine. It does what, 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers. Verified? Yes. Yeah, verified. Yeah, 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers. So if that goes down in my personal math, I think we are looking at I don't know, 16-ish, 16-ish kilometers per liter. Very bad at guesstimating this. Yeah, but that's pretty efficient for a car of this size. Well, for this car, it's got a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, and it runs on a wet clutch, which means that it's built for some longevity here. That's some good news, really. And reason why I like dual clutches is because they are very quick in response. So gear changes are really rapid and they are smooth. I mean, apart from your low speed driving in the city, you'll feel some jerks. That's quite normal with dual clutch transmissions. Well, that's it. Have I missed out on anything?
No, you have everything.
I have everything. And if I have everything, well, that's the end. Stay stay tuned for my real review, which will be up in a while.
Bye.
Bye. Suddenly, there's so many more chickens in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know how did that happen. There are so many more chickens in the world. Can you